I want at least 5 officers in the corridors so that nothing goes wrong.
Would you like me to escort Mr. Clayton round the prison?
No, I'll take care of that, Mr. Adams. You'll be in charge of security during the visit. Just make sure those women don't cause any trouble.
You won't hear a whisper from them,
I'd better not.
But Ferguson, leave the hell alone!
They try to cause trouble whenever they can.
Right, well, listen carefully. When all that hoo-ha started, we swapped the tape in the video camera and Ferguson got the dummy. Now, the real tape is sitting on the bookshelf in the recreation room.
And you think it would help my case?
Without a doubt, if you can get that tape out, I'll make sure it goes to air.
I want the television out, the billiard table, that rubbish there, and all these books can go.
Attended to immediately.
I'll make them wish they had never heard of Phil Clayton and City Probe. Believe me, Mr. Adams, this is just the start.
That Clayton bloke doesn't do much for me on the telly. Wouldn't have thought he'd have the nous to pull a con like that.
Maybe Morris put him up to it.
Yeah, no flies on Mrs. Morris. What a joke, eh? Him telling you about the tape and Piggy Stout thinking you're talking to your lawyer.
We got to get that tape.
Look, no worries. We just go in the morning and grab it.
It's a long time between now and then. Anything could happen.
Look, it's in the bookshelf. Last place any of them dumb Sheilas would look.
Yeah, well, I'd feel a lot better if we had it now.
Big bloody hope.
Hey, maybe I could grab one of those girls in the corridor as they're going past and ask them to get it for us.
Look, anyone I trust is locked away the same as us. It's only Maxwell's bitches walking around out there.
Yeah, well, there's got to be some way of getting it. What?
I was just thinking of the look on the freak's face when we started yelling at that bloke. I reckon she wet herself.
You're supposed to be working out a way to get the tape, Lurch.
Yeah, well, there's none, is there? We'll get it in the morning.
Oh, bugger it.
Oh, look, she'll be right. Don't worry.
I'll take you back to your cage when we get back to the cell. I wish there was books on Captain Marvelous, but he's just in comics, so it's no good wishing. What's this one? Lolita. Lollies, maybe. All right, give that one a go. Hey, look. That's not a book, it's one of them tape things. How did it get in there? Trouble, Muscles. I better hide it and show Cat.
What are you doing here, Jones?
Just getting a book, Mr. Adams.
This area's out of bounds. Put it back.
But I
I
just
said
got
put it back, unless you want to be on a charge.
Well, I want to read it.
Oh, look, Miss Ferguson has ordered that everything be cleared out of the rec room, so we'll have to take the book too.
How come?
Well, it's a punishment. So give the book to me and I'll give it back to you when you're allowed to have books again.
It's not fair, Miss Stout.
Maybe not, but those are orders,
For
Mel.
God's sake, just get the book
I
off.
can deal with it, Mr. Adams. Mel? Lolita?
Yeah, it's about lollies, I reckon.
Not quite. It's about things that you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, like what?
Oh, like...
Go on and tell her, Miss Stout.
It's something that Mr. Adams knows all about. Ask him.
Yeah, what is it, Mr. Adams?
Stop wasting our time and get back to your cells. And thank your lucky stars you're not on a charge.
I just came in...
Now!
You don't have to shout.
Very smart, Stout.
Mr. Adams chucked me out of the rec room.
He didn't put you on a charge, did
No, but he wouldn't let me take a book, and I reckon he's a... I can't say that.
Good. Come on, we've got things to do, remember?
Yeah?
Spider.
Oh, yeah.
We better get a move on.
Hi, little mousies. What you gonna do with them?
I'll tell you on the way.
Oh, I forgot. I found a... Coming. Tell it later.
Who's that? Hey, that you, Vicky? What's going on out here? Oh, Captain Bull. Whoever it is, what do you want?
You done it yet, Kath?
That you, Maxwell. What are you up to, you bitch? What do you want? Come on.
Worried, Spider?
Oh, nothing you could do would worry me.
I told you I'd get you back for what you did to Merle.
Oh, yeah, a lot you can do from out there.
You think.
You try anything and I'll scream this bloody place down.
I hate to see you so miserable, Spider. I brought you a present to cheer you up.
Get them out of here! Get them out of here, Maxwell! I'll kill you!
Tell the screws the ghost of Craven did it.
Bloody get them out of here!
Might take some time. I've glued up the lock. Have fun.
Maxwell! Maxwell, you bitch! I'll kill you! I'll kill you! Get away from me, you bastards! Get them out of here! Get out of here!
She sounded real scared, Cat. That's justice, Merle. Maybe we've been too mean. After what she did to you, she was going to have you put an Ingleside. Oh, no, what you doing? I was going to put muscles in it. Listen to me. If the screws find this, they'll know who it was who got it, Spider, right?
When we get into trouble, she's listened to her. I wish she'd stop yelling!
Look, I'll close the door.
I can still hear!
What do you think is in your ears? What's this?
Get away from me! What are you doing now?
Shut up, you bitch!
What the hell's going on?
There's mice in Simpson's
Oh,
cell.
for God's sake, is that all?
There's bloody hundreds of them in here. You come in here and say how you like
You're
it.
on a charge, Simpson.
big
Come on, unlock the door. How did they get in?
We heard her calling out Kath Maxwell's name.
Maxwell?
The lock's glued up.
Of course, there's bloody glue in the lock. Don't you listen? Hurry up, will you get somebody to rip it out?
Oh, stop your screeching, Simpson. You keep out of it, Connors, or the lot of you'll spend another day in your cells. Well, get a locksmith.
Locksmith, how long's that going to take?
It'll take a week if I hear another sound out of you.
How come I'm the one that's copping all the black when I didn't even do anything?
Oh, just shut up.
How'd you reckon it got there, Cat?
Don't you worry about it, Merle.
Well, Miss Ferguson was getting them to clear out the rec room. Maybe we should give it to an officer.
No, we'll keep it our secret for now, eh?
How come?
Let's make it into a game, shall we?
Oh, yeah, what sort of game?
I said get out.
What can I do for you, Miss Ferguson?
You can stand when I'm talking to you.
We haven't always been so formal, not when we were dealing together.
You listen to me, Maxwell, and you listen good. We might have done deals in the past, but that doesn't change what you are, a child killer. If you damage government property, you'll be treated as harshly as everyone else. You're on cleaning duties for the rest of the week.
I'm your top dog, remember?
To me, you're just another prisoner, Maxwell, and you'll do what I say.
And you're just another screw.
So, as soon as we get our showers, we go to the rec room, right?
Maybe I could slip down now.
It's too risky.
Come on, move it.
God.
Hey, it's a big hero girl. What a waste to scared of a few little mice.
Three blind.
Yeah, they must have been flying around.
Yeah, one look at Sim. Oh, shut up, you bitches.
Come on and keep moving. I don't want any more trouble out of you, Simpson.
Oh, what did I do?
Just shut up and fall in.
I'll get you, Maxwell.
I heard by the time they got the lock off, Spider was hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, and the mice are underneath taking flight.
That's the best love you've given the joint since you've been here, Maxwell. Glad you appreciated it.
Less talk and more action.
Oh, come on, girls, otherwise you'll be in here for a pay.
That TV bloke reckons he needs the tape for the program tonight, right?
Yeah, he says he needs it to show there's a cover-up going on.
Well, first we got to find it and then get it out of here.
What about Merv or Miss Stout? They're on Mrs. M's side.
Yeah, but I reckon the freak's having them searched real well every time they leave.
She doesn't even know there's a tape. She thought the guy gave it to her when she asked
Yeah, but
for
they're
it.
still being searched. It's part of the new security.
Yeah, look, I don't see how we can get it out without someone else's help.
Well, think about it. We've got to come up with a way quick smart if we're going to get that tape out in time for the show tonight.
What are you lot talking about?
Oh, here we go again.
What's that, Jenkins?
Nothing, Miss Ferguson.
You'll nothing yourself right into a charge if you're not careful. Get back to your cells, the lot of you.
But we haven't even had our showers yet.
That's your problem. Now move. Not you, Connors, just your mates.
Go on, girls, give her a fun. Got better things to do than have showers anyway.
Yeah, right.
You got Buckley's are breaking us, Ferguson.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure of that, Connors. Got 5 minutes to get to your cells or you'll all be on charges.
So the tape wasn't there when you cleared out the rec room?
Positive.
Then the women must have managed to get it.
But I still don't understand why it's so important.
It's important because it shows what's wrong with this place. All that stuff with the women yelling out. That's what the people have to see.
Well, how's all that going to help get Mrs. Reynolds and the others back?
Because they'll show that Ferguson isn't telling the truth about Lorelei Wilkinson. And look, I don't need to know all the details, but Phil Clayton, he knows what he's talking about. And he feels that the tape's important, and that's the main thing.
Strange, isn't it?
What?
Working with the prisoners for a change.
Joan's the only one who could make it happen.
So what happens to her if they pull this off?
Hopefully she'll be out on her ear. So let's hope the women can get the tape out to him.
Brenda friggin' kick herself if she knew she'd done us a favour by letting us go early.
Bloody hell!
What do we do now?
Come on, we better tell her.
The main thing is not to panic. We're up the bloody creek without a paddle. Maybe not.
Oh, what would you call it? The freak's got it for sure.
We don't know that for sure.
I'd like to know how you figured that one out.
Look, what we know is the screws stripped the room bare, right? But that doesn't mean they've got the tape. They might have just taken armfuls of books and dumped them into boxes. They mightn't even have noticed.
Look, even if they didn't, I don't see what good it does us.
Those boxes have to be stored somewhere. If we find out where and get to them.
See what you mean?
Yeah.
How come you're not eating, Kat?
Oh, I'm not very hungry.
All right, if I have it?
Sure.
Where you going? I've got to talk to Rita. Okay.
I don't remember telling you you could park your bum there.
You didn't.
Well, rack off then.
No, I've only come to ease your minds.
Well, that'll be the day.
Just say what you've got to say and go away.
It's about a videotape. I have an idea you'd like to get your hands on it. I thought that'd get you interested.
Where is it? How come you've got it?
Someone up there likes me. It's very well hidden. The only way you're going to get your hands on it is if we do a deal.
Yeah?
You interested?
Don't listen to her. Depends what the deal is. Why don't we just bash it out of it? Stay out of it, Lurch. The deal.
I'm sick to death of me against you. I've worked out a way we can finish it without either of us losing out.
Yeah?
If you go along with it, you'll get the tape.
You reckon Reed's going to let you stay top dog?
I don't want to stay top dog. The only reason I ever wanted to be on top was so I could make money, big money.
You needn't think I'm going to let you go back to screwing the women.
I don't have to, not if we do our deal. You as top dog, me as shopkeeper. I run the legitimate side of the shop and have complete control over the contraband supply.
That's Spider's tooth.
That's the deal. She's out, I'm in.
The freaks bound the shop.
I've worked out enough to realise that tape could mean the end of her career. Obviously, Reynolds will be back and so will the shop.
No ripping anyone off?
Fair prices.
You're not going to deal with her, are you? Shut up. No drugs? Either no drugs or no deal.
Fair enough. Booze only.
And we get the tape.
That's it.
You can't trust her. I can't. She's dead. You welsh out on any of this, Maxwell, you'll have 10 times the trouble you ever had.
I won't.
And you better have the supplies. If I turf Spider out of her business, you got to have the stuff to replace what she brings in.
I got my own contacts. I'll get it in.
You better, or all deals are off. You're nuts. We've got the tape, haven't we? Go and get it. I'll meet you in the door.
Thanks. You won't be sorry.
We'd better not be. She's up to something, Reed.
Yeah, gotta be.
Somehow I don't think so. But if she is, we'll deal with it when it happens. First things first.
And we got the tape, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I reckon I know a way to get it out of here. Dead cert.
There's nothing to worry about. Just tell the truth. Mr. Clayton's on our side, remember?
He wants me to go through it all again and I can't.
Just one more time and then it's all over.
I do want people to know why I killed him. I had to. I didn't want to kill anyone. He was going to hurt Zoe.
Lorelei, don't upset yourself.
I'm sorry. This interview is going to help you and all the others, isn't it?
It's going to help everyone. The women too.
What about Joan, Miss Ferguson?
What about her?
Well, she won't be governor anymore when it all comes out. Will she still have a job?
She may. Depends.
I wanted to have a job. It's all she's got.
I don't understand. She cooperated with Craven and now...
I should feel, and I know that I should hate her, but I can't. She brought me the tape. I mean, the tape with all my friends on it. If she hadn't, I still would... I just can't forget this.
But don't you understand?
But if you and Mrs. Reynolds are back there, you can keep an eye on her. Being an officer is her whole life. Mrs. Morris, you can't let them take that away from her. Now, you've got to promise me that she'll keep her job.
I don't know if I can.
Well, then I won't do the interview. I'll only do it if you can promise me that. I owe her that much.
What do you want, Tucker? Do you have a pass?
No, but shut up. Listen, got to make it quicker or else I'll spring us. You want to get Mrs. Pringle back in here, don't you?
Of course I do, but...
Yeah, well, we've got the tape, and we've worked out a way how to get out for us.
But I'm searched whenever I leave.
Sure you are. But how's about this for a blast? What's the oldest way of smuggling something into a prison?
Oh, for heaven's
A
sake.
cake, of course. The old file and the cake trick. You make a cake, cut a hole in it, whack the tape in, and get it out for us. Well, no one's going to rip a cake apart just to see what's inside it.
Don't be so ridiculous.
It's a top idea. You're a cook, right? There's no reason why you couldn't have whipped it up to take home with you.
Using prison supplies, if Miss Ferguson sees me leaving with it, she'd be quite within her rights to take it.
Oh, bugger. We didn't think of that.
Is that the best you girls can come up with?
It ain't easy.
I know it's not. But it's too important to be jeopardised by crazy schemes that could go astray.
Oh, well, back to the drawing board, I suppose.
Wait. Give me the tape.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to get this out no matter what it takes. It's about time I stood up and was counted.
Beauty, Merv.
She was completely stubborn about it. It was the only way we could get the interview.
So we're stuck with Joan when this is all over.
As an officer, yes.
That's if we keep our promise.
Oh, don't worry, the thought did cross my mind, but we can't.
Can't we? This is our chance to get rid of Joan once and for all.
Anne, if Lorelei thought for one moment that we'd tricked her, worse than that,
I
betrayed her...
understand all that, but where's decency got us both till now?
We've got the respect of the women. If we do what you're suggesting...
Yes,
then...
you're right. I'm sorry.
These few weeks have been tough on you, haven't they?
No excuse.
Well, as I said, I thought about it too. If Joan can do this to us, what can she do to the women?
All right, Joan survives, but I'll tell you one thing. If I get back into Wentworth, she may very well wish she hadn't. Anyway, we're not out of the woods yet. Clayton needs that tape, doesn't he?
Yes. God, I wish I could get in there somehow.
Pringle?
I'm just having a quick break. I'll be back in time for lunch.
Pringle?
Yes?
You have to be searched, you know that.
For goodness sake, I'm just popping out and back again.
What's in the bag?
Well, it's the old uniforms, laundry.
I thought the women did that for you.
Well, they do normally, but you see, I haven't been very satisfied lately. Dirty collars. I like to look my best.
Come on, let me see it.
They're a bit grubby.
You should complain if the women haven't done a good job.
I don't mind. It gets me out of here. I rather enjoy the laundry, Matt.
What's this?
Oh, that's nothing. It's just something Joycey left here.
What was it doing here in the first place?
Well, it's something from the women. Congratulations on our wedding, I think it is. Oh, you better get that. You see, that's all. There's nothing else there. I better get a move on. You see, I have a cab waiting. Don't keep them waiting.
Adams?
Look, I need this morning's reports. Have them sent in, please.
Yes, Governor. Look, Governor.
What is it?
Pringle just left here with a videotape. He said Mrs. Pringle left it here, a gift from the women. Would that be possible?
When were they supposed to have given it to her?
Well, he said something about a wedding breakfast. Look, Governor, I was wondering.
Well, get on with it.
That tape Clayton gave you yesterday, you did play it, didn't you?
No, I assumed... Stop him.
Step on it. Hey!
Yes. I see. No, it's all right. We'll take care of it.
Well,
Too late, he got through.
you stupid incompetent...
It's not my fault. I acted as quickly as I could.
Why the hell did you let him get out with it in the first place?
I didn't think.
No,
I
you
thought-
didn't think, exactly.
Just because you've screwed up, don't take it out on me.
I beg your pardon.
You let Clayton put it over you. That's assuming it's a tape we think it is. You should have checked and you know it. I'm not carrying the can for your mistake. No way.
Get Dwyer on the phone.
He won't be happy.
Just get him.
Here's to Mervyn Pringle, blockade runner extraordinaire.
My Mervyn.
Now, now we've got this, we'll make a noise they'll hear all the way to Canberra. It means an inquiry, at least, if not a royal commission.
I never felt so worried in all my life.
But you made it, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you, darling.
This means you've got everything you need, right?
Well, everything we need to get the one final element of the program, anyway.
What do you mean? I thought that was it.
Yeah, I've been keeping an ace up my sleeve. Now, Dwyer knows we smuggled the tape out and he's trying to get an injunction to stop the program. Well, my mystery guest's going to have evidence so damning against Craven, there's no way an injunction will be granted.
Who?
An old friend of Craven's. And you're going to lure him into my trap, Mrs. Reynolds. It's the one last thing we have to do.
I'd never make a television producer. I couldn't go through this sort of tension every day.
Don't worry, you're doing great so far.
Don't you believe it? Under this trembling exterior, I'm absolute jelly.
Our secret weapon's here. Fingers crossed.
I've been crossed all day. I'll be lucky they're not permanently deformed after this is all over. Come in.
Well, you're going to tell me what this is all about?
I'm afraid I can't. I don't know any more about it than you do.
Is this some sort of stupid joke?
No.
What was the idea of the phone call then? All that business about me being finished in the department and you're the only one that can help me.
What I said was, if you want help, you'd better come over here and talk about it.
Yes, to me.
Oh, think I'm stupid? Think I don't know who you are?
Walters, you walk and you throw away your one hope of still having a job tomorrow.
Bull.
You think so? I have a tape here, a program we're putting to air tonight. Thought it might interest you.
Why should it?
It's going to take the lid off the entire state prison system, wouldn't you say, Mrs. Reynolds?
At the very least, there'll be a full inquiry. Possibly even a royal commission.
Well, I've got nothing to worry about. I only ever did my job.
We know exactly what you did, friend. If I was you, I'd be real worried.
Whatever it is, I was only following orders. I mean, you don't know what Craven was like. It was worth more than my life to buck him.
I don't believe that for a minute. Walters, you're in it up to your neck. But there might be some way we can avoid drawing attention to that fact.
How's that?
Well, you could come on the program, talk about Craven, the things he did.
No way,
suit
forget
yourself. I'm sure one of your other cronies will jump at the chance. Do you have those other names we were looking at, please, Mrs. Reynolds?
Oh, yes, over here.
Oh, it's been nice doing business with you. I hope you enjoy the show.
Now, wait a minute. Are you saying if I do, that I can tell it my way?
If you tell the truth about Craven and the others, you can say what you like about your partner.
If I say that I was forced into helping him, you'll back me up?
Well, let's say we won't produce any evidence to contradict you.
Look, I gotta think about this.
You better think fast, friend, because I've got a show to put together.
I just wish there was some way of knowing when the Merv got that tape out on it.
I reckon he must, or else we would have heard something.
Yeah, well, we'll find out when the program goes on, won't we?
I'd go mad if I have to wait that long. Anyway, we can't have pictures taken on TV.
Oh, they're bugger it. How are we going to know what's happening?
Well, when we see the cops carting the freak off, we'll know he won.
If only I lived to see that day.
Bloody hell, they expect us to eat this stuff. It's putrid.
There's nothing wrong with it. You're just saying that because you know Merv's not around to hear.
Could have fixed something edible to eat before he left. See you and Connor's looking real pally at breakfast. You think I don't know what's going on?
Yes, I think you don't. And you're not going to find out either.
Hey, if you're not going to eat that, can I have it in case we see any poor hungry little mices?
Hey, you know, maybe we can check out this program tonight.
No.
On someone's radio.
Oh, you can't watch TV and a radio, even I know that.
Yeah, but a lot of times you can pick up the sound on the FM band.
Hey, yeah.
Whatever we get will be real weak and scratchy.
But it'll be better than nothing.
Hey, I'll say.
Bloody good thinking, Spike. I don't care how scratchy it is, as long as we can hear what they say.
Yeah.
Going ahead? But you said you could get an injunction. They must be pretty sure of their ground, then. Look, Minister, maybe I can take some of the pressure off. Oh, it's a slim chance, but leave it with me. Yes, I know that. I'll do my best. Bye.
For the last time, I'm not letting you see her. She's upset enough as it is.
Oh, I see. Too upset to talk to me, but not to a network television program.
The only reason I allowed that was because she wanted it so badly. And because I think it'd be a cathartic experience that will help her long-term recovery. The same certainly can't be said about a visit from you.
They've put you up to this, haven't they? Morris and her friends. They're trying to get me sacked, and you're helping them.
Your prison politics aren't my concern. If anything, I'm indirectly helping you keep your job.
Oh, I'd like to know how.
By allowing the interview. Look, Lorelei only did it on the condition you weren't to be dismissed. And frankly, from what I've heard of you, I can't understand why.
Why would she do that?
It beats me. Now, if you want to thank her for saving your neck, I suggest you come back tomorrow when things are a little calmer. But there's absolutely no way you're seeing her before then.
Tonight's edition of City Probe, Savage Justice. A special report on the horrifying abuse of power occurring within this state's prison system. On this program, we have often championed the cause of law and order. When in these times of increasing violence and a spiralling crime rate, the very survival of society depends upon the swift, effective apprehension and punishment of the criminal. However, we also, as a civilized community, expect the punishment not to be excessive, but to be fairly and correctly administered by those entrusted with the management of our penal system. That's what we expect. But what are the realities of life on the inside? Tonight you'll hear allegations of vicious beatings, rape, and even murder within our prisons. Not only sanctioned, but in many cases initiated by a top-ranking official. Margaret Morris is a long-serving senior officer at Wentworth Detention Centre, where the scenes you just saw were filmed earlier this week. Mrs. Morris, why have you decided to talk to us tonight?
Because I don't know any other way to stop it. A lot of good people have devoted years of their lives trying to make the prison system fair and just. Now, all this could be lost if the things that are happening today are allowed to go on.
Can you give us some specific examples?
Yes. Over the past few weeks, a male prisoner has been shot and killed. The Blackmore facility has been burnt out in a riot. Wentworth inmates have been bashed and raped. There is a woman now in Ingleside due to certain persons trying to cover up what is happening. And all because of the actions of one man.
Can you name that man?
Yes. Ernest Craven, former governor of Blackmore.
The way he handled that riot was against every rule in the book. He was just itching to shoot someone. And it was made clear to me afterwards that if I talked about what I'd seen, it would have been the end of my career.
Well, I fully agree with everything that Mrs. Morris has said. That man didn't possess 1 ounce of common decency. He treated the prisoners as though they weren't human, and the officers too, for that matter. There's no one particular person to blame for what happened to Mr. Craven. Only himself.
He sent those 2 men in to rape me. He made me. He threatened to kill my little girl if I told the truth about it. That's why I lied. That's why Mrs. Reynolds got into so much trouble. That's why I had to kill him. So that my little baby would be safe. So that my friends would be safe.
Do you regret doing it?
Never hurt anyone in my life. But anyone who could do that to a helpless baby.
Tell him what a mongrel bastard he was.
She sounds real upset.
Yeah, but not out of control. You ask me, she's going to be all right.
I think you're right.
There are a lot of things that happened at the Moor. They used to organise knife fights amongst the inmates and bet on the outcome, that sort of thing. And I know for a fact that Craven gave the word for Brian Connors to be shot.
And no one tried to stop him?
Well, I tried to. I knew it was wrong, but well, all the others stuck by him. It was my word against theirs.
Mrs. Morris, you say Craven was behind all this. Well, he's dead now. That should be the end of it, surely.
Would have thought so. But there are others like him in the service. And the only way to stop them getting into positions of power is to let the public know what is happening. Now, it may not stop them altogether, but at least it'll make it harder for them.
Then just how much hope do you hold for the future of the prison system?
Oh, a great deal. As long as there are people like Anne Reynolds in responsible positions, because people like her give us all hope. Unfortunately, the department doesn't always appreciate that. And we're all hoping that Anne Reynolds will be reinstated as governor. Now
Good
the
old
truth has
Meg.
come out.
That's one more
Hopefully
thing I owe her
tonight's
I'll never be
program
able
might
to
have helped
repay.
make the point.
Didn't you hear what
And
she
it
said?
certainly seems
You could
to be
repay
the
her by
point
getting back
that
into
needed to be
Wentworth.
made. And we invited the Minister for Corrective Services, James Dwyer, to appear, but his office declined. Perhaps he might have something to say on tomorrow's program. In the meantime, our thanks to those people who did appear, and our next story right after this break.
Damn it. Damn it!
Laurie was great. You'd have been proud of her. Did they say whether Mrs. Reynolds will be reinstated?
Oh, it's good at it. Hooray!
Never thought I'd be glad about any screw getting back, but after the last couple of weeks...
Hey, you reckon I'll sack the freak?
Quieten down, you lot! Where the hell do you think you are, Luna Park?
We know where you are, Mr. Adams. High and bloody dry, that's where. You picked the wrong side.
You don't talk to me like that, Connors. What do you mean, anyway?
Haven't you been watching the telly?
How the hell do you know?
You think taking our TVs away from us are going to keep us in the dark? You'll have to try harder than that. I think things are going to be real interesting when Reno gets back in the morning.
You think it's funny, don't you? Right, Jenkins, Marsh, Tucker, back to yourselves.
Hey, that's not fair.
Come on, I'm the one giving you a hard time. You want to pick on someone? Try me.
You heard me, now move!
Try picking on me!
That's it, Connors, you're on a chance!
Oh, I wonder what the freak could think of that, eh?
Right, you can all go back to your cells, every one of you. If you don't like it, blame Connors. You're going to go back to your cells if it takes every officer in this place to get you there.
Yeah, but you guys are going to have to pay for it. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, you're kidding. It's worth a week in the pound to see the look on his face just now.
Hey, why don't we do what he says? He'll look a right on when all the other screws come and there's no one here!
Before you go, listen. I've made a decision. I'm stepping down as top dog, and I think Connors should take over.
What brought that on?
Well, there's no time to argue about it now. The screws will be back here any second. Let's have a show of hands. Who wants Connors as top dog?
Yeah, on your way.
That settles it. Job's yours. Thanks. All right, let's go before that jerk gets back.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but now you're not top dog. You've just made it all that much easier for me to get back at you and your halfwit.
Really?
That was the channel. The calls are still coming in, about 80% on our side.
Who on earth's the other 20?
Couldn't be friends of Craven. He didn't have any.
There's always a few rampant right-wingers who think all crims should be taken out on shot.
Well, after tonight, I imagine that's what Dwyer would like to do to all of us.
You'd have to fight Joan Ferguson for the privilege.
Yes, I hate to think what she's going to say to me for bringing the tape out.
I don't care what she says, darling. I'm proud of you.
So am I, by gosh. It's not as if she's going to be governor for much longer.
That's right, and whether Dwyer likes it or not, he'll have to reinstate you. It'll be the scandal of the year if he doesn't.
We all know what he thinks about scandals.
Oh, whatever happens. I can't tell you all how much what you've done means to me.
Oh, come on, don't get maudlin about it. We were doing it for ourselves. We want to work for someone human again.
Now, judging by the viewer response, we did the channel a favour. We might have put a fair old dent in the rating.
Hello?
I'd say.
Hey, if old Dwyer gives us the bullet, maybe we've all got a future in television.
Your Miss Ferguson came to the hospital this afternoon. We had quite a little scene.
Oh, I can imagine.
I suggested she might like to come back tomorrow and thank Lorelei for saving her job. But somehow I don't think she'll take up the invitation.
Oh, you never know. She might surprise you.
Oh, how's that?
There aren't many people she cares about, but Lorelai's one of them. And Joan's feelings, when she
Yes,
has
of
them,
course.
tend to run deep.
Interesting to see.
That was Mr. Dwyer calling from Wentworth.
Well, what's he doing there?
Confrontation with Joan, I suspect.
He's asked me not to make any statement until he and I have talked.
But when will that be?
He's coming over here first thing tomorrow morning. The mountain, it seems, is coming to Muhammad.
Good.
No need for any of this if you hadn't let that damn tape get out.
Oh, for God's sake, the world and their dog was on that program. What difference did the tape make?
Use your brain, woman. It was what Walters said that really killed us. Did he look to you like he wanted to be there? They'd never have got him if they hadn't had the tape to hold everything.
Did everything I could. You can't blame me. What are you going to do?
Whatever I have to.
Which means dumping me as governor.
You saw the program. It should be perfectly clear even to you. I have to give Reynolds her job back.
All right. If you haven't got the guts to fight her, there's not much I can do, is there? But I will not be the scapegoat. I will not accept anything less than deputy.
You're in no position to be calling shots. Did it occur to you after this you might be lucky to have a job at all?
If I get so much as a hint that I come out of this below deputy, it will be my turn to talk to the media. And you can kiss goodbye to any scrap of credibility you might have.
Don't you threaten me, Ferguson.
That's no threat. That's a promise.
You talk. I'll make sure no one believes a word you say.
No, but they will. Especially when I tell them how you tried to keep Wilkinson insane, all for the sake of your precious department's image.
Not implicate yourself. You're not that stupid.
What would I have to lose? But at least I'd take you down with me. And if you don't think I mean it, Dwyer, go ahead and try.
I admit, I really didn't think you'd come.
Didn't you?
Just don't say anything to upset her.
I won't. How are you?
At least it's over now.
Your doctor told me what you did for me. Is there anything you need?
No. You take great care of me here. I don't care much anyway. Now that I know that I'll never see Zoe again, it doesn't really matter what happens.
Oh, don't be like that. You've got to give yourself time.
Why don't you go now?
Oh, I can understand you not wanting visitors. I'll come back again.
I'd rather you didn't. I know there's good in you. But I know there's a lot of bad too. I know now how much that badness has hurt so many people. We were friends once. I don't think we'll be friends anymore. So there's really no point in us keeping in touch.
There's something I'd like to do for her. Can I use your phone?
Certainly.
I'm sure you can understand how these situations can arise. I made a mistake. I accepted bad advice from within my department. I promise you those responsible will be sorry.
Will they?
As for yourself, you are fully and officially reinstated as of now.
We'll have to agree on conditions first.
Conditions?
I want Meg Morris as Deputy Governor, Marty Jackson and Joyce Pringle reinstated, and Mervyn Pringle to face only the most minimal disciplinary action. And I want a guarantee that Joan Ferguson will be returned to officer rank and never again considered for any higher position.
Well, I thought you'd be grateful to getting your job back, but without demanding impossible conditions.
If they're impossible, there's nothing more to discuss. I won't be coming back.
Oh, now look,
I don't think it'll look very good for the department, but then that's not my problem.
All right. In the interests of getting this business settled, I agree we don't penalise the people you mentioned, but Miss Ferguson must remain as deputy. That is non-negotiable.
In that case, there's no point in wasting any more of your time. I'm sure there are a lot of people who'll be wanting to talk to you this morning.
Come now, be reasonable. I've accepted most of your terms, but I am not prepared to be dictated.
Whatever your opinion of Joan Ferguson, the fact is she is a vicious, self-serving misfit who has caused more problems in Wentworth than all the inmates put together. I will never go back while she is in a position of power, and that, Mr. Dwyer, is non-negotiable.
Now, Mrs. Reynolds, I wish you would try to appreciate
You can have her as deputy or me as governor, not both. It's your choice.
And I'm pleased to say that Mrs. Reynolds will be returning as governor of Wentworth. She is, as I'm sure you know, an extremely able administrator. She'll soon have things running very smoothly again.
If she was so able, why was she suspended in the first place?
Well, I certainly would never have allowed it to happen if the full facts had been available to me. We all know how easy it is to be wise after the event.
You mean to say you had no idea what Ernest Craven was doing?
None at all. I mean, I'd hardly have allowed him to remain in charge of a prison if I'd suspected what was going on.
Several members of the prison staff had to breach regulations in order to bring the fact to your attention. What's their position going to be?
I've already instructed Mrs. Reynolds to take no disciplinary measures. Obviously, these people acted in good faith. They are to be commended.
What about the prisoner Wilkinson? Do you see these disclosures affecting the outcome of her case?
Oh, without doubt. Quite clearly, the poor woman was grossly persecuted and terrorized by Craven, literally driven to desperation. Now, this will obviously be taken into account at her trial, and in the meantime, I've made it clear that she is to have the very best medical care.
I see. Well, I'm sure a lot of people will be very interested in the outcome of her case, not to mention the other facts that have been brought to light.
I say with confidence, Phil, that justice will be done. The people of this state can be assured of that.
Wait here, Lorelei. I'll be back in a moment. Hi. You must be Mr. Hoskin and Zoe.
Yes.
I'm David Carter. It's good of you to come.
That's the least we could do. We didn't know what to think when we saw that thing on television last night. Miss Ferguson gave us a call this morning.
I gather it's not the first time she's talked to you.
She did ring the other day, yes. Told us Lorelei was dangerously unbalanced. We should keep Zoe away from her. But this morning she said it wasn't true. She practically begged us to bring her.
I know, she told me.
Zoe. You're here.
What's going to happen to her?
Really good girl.
That depends on a lot of things. Do you know what would help her a great deal?
What?
If you let the little girl keep in touch with her from time to time.
And really got the big back.
We don't have the right not to, really. It's all for what she's been through.
Yeah.
Fairy princess.
But she's a strong lady.
You got fairy princess.
I think she'll be all right now.
Just one kiss. Mummy loves you very much, Zoe.
You agreed to what?
I had no alternative. Now, I am prepared to work something out with you, some arrangement of a financial nature.
I told you I would not give up being deputy.
And in time, when all this is blown over and the media is
Oh, but it won't blow over, Dwyer. I told you I would talk, and by God, I will. I will make more trouble for you than Reynolds ever could.
Now, before you start making any more threats, I think you had better stop.
Oh, for God's sake, what's the point? What the hell's the point?
Well, exactly. This is, an unfortunate situation over which neither of us has any control, and we both have to make the best of it.
Sick to death of you, Dwyer. You, the whole department, and everything connected with it. I've tried to do my best, and this is where it ends up.
Well, under the circumstances, I am prepared to let you have some leave of absence if you feel you need time to think.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Got a future to start planning, Dwyer. And there is no way that you, Reynolds, or any of the rest of them are going to be a part of it.
Morning, Paul.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
The governor's already gone through.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too. When morning comes around, last night I dreamed